na adwadifo a Ghana especially under their umbrella group from Guta na omo asemo mu bi san say ene ukọ internet so a Bank of Ghana for a publish say dollar baako eye 11 Ghana cedis ura bank bia so a dollar no unya bi nto o person ya transaction bia dollar no yesi ebi ni ho enti ene omo ni option bia dan say ombeko abochi enchen enti akwa abochi nchen so a abochi say dollar no de memi wo bi upe bia metimi ama obi na mom median de 13.5 ena me de edge enti hwan ena da hwan Bank of Ghana for da omo da Ghana for ana sesen eni sitie enti Bank of Ghana wo rate no abochi wo dollar no enene akoye nsem bibiri nti adwa before esu na the effect and said the ordinary Ghanaian echo internet so no who say Bank of Ghana for say dollar no 11 cedis na oni adwadifo na chia because dwadini na say utrimo odin because that day na dollar aba 11 cedis na wonte oniema bosom na kwakoyo ha wonti ebedi sa enkomo no anopay Bank of Ghana rate say 11 cedis abochi say 13.5 and okọ Bank of Ghana ho banks no ho mo dollar na ebi ni ho nti agi se okọ abochi ho ansa na obenya dollar ndi akoya adwuma okọ abochi ho nso a abochi se oje 13.5 aye ohaw e de amagan na gbedifo so ebedi ho enkomo na ura Mahama absina no nipa bebre mfa ma adwen ko ho o se enei akra Kumasi kwan no obeye ne 6 lanes obeye no 6 lanes na amafo ayedin but me bisa a simple question. President John Ajekum Kofo shall say all your dualization of the Accra Kumasi coin. Say obeyeno ahaminu said the beya near Okono on Shiaka near Albansu on Shiaka. Ojama NDC for 8 years among Jimmy and Tuaso Enwi. It took NPP and NPP ebewie a year in some friend is saying apedwa eba and some rumba bewie and sana it has taken another NPP government and enelfa usinonom yinemunum and enkokonom ne friend is saying konongo ne ade a osan aye dualization fufuro se be ya baby a traffic wono ibeyi kwan de ato akiri na Mahama aba oba betui anka obehwe do awie no and also the dualization eba or no so be 6 lanes and so ewo ho and yes you yebehwe na yehuni be free mu ede aba. So the new patriotic party akọ conference aba na after conference no delegates no numbers no every 220,000 echo 280,000 about 60,000 more ena ababeka ho. NPP amanyoko no echo shiae ewo University of Ghana Sports Complex ema menoka say omo akoyi akoye ensachraye ewo NPP constitution no emu krata ye krami ye friend no osha title no say NPP National Delegate Conference 2025 proposed amendment motions. Na motions no eye mako 56 ena akọ ebi ye new ebi ye old empenifo aye ensachraye ewumu. Na conference no me kan say basically na shase fiada ema delegates ni nyina eba beda o my Ghana mu enti memeda ena dwumadi ni nyina ekọ so ya empenifo ye ebi bu so de kakra bibu so de but to a large extent no conference no was very successful sembia ensi wechiri empenifo a ekasa ye omunyina kasa yi anamutu ahodo a ekoso baby a delegate ekodaye so far yante se obi se delegate bi akoda baby a na ehonye yante se delegate bi se ekom ede no wanya duane ani yante say delegate bi say omo anya accreditation anko conference grounds wo yante say delegate bi abeka say omo TNT ese de mo no omo nsanka yante asembia na se ankoyi a ye beka ho asem enti akoyi nso a na esese ye ka ho asem enti honorable Joseph Osewusu led planning committee no adwuma omo aye no ese fata se esese yetimi ebo maba so enti ye bebo maba so ebrepam no ye de omunfoni beto so na ya bo maba so ye wi a honorable lawyer Frank Davis ono so ne committee a constitutional amendment committee no so no almost my idea because by 303 proposals and a buy no mutimi ekeka bo mu a benya 56 ama emu 54 there conference agi2 mu na emu 2 there conference anya ntumu no almost so ayade papa they have been fair to NPP for any ubia na conference no wo hwe efi yawada efiada ene memreda ya ye call ground so no utimi hu efele say NPP ewura tibia foforo bi emu na eyebre a sa rebuilding agenda no ahyase se ebeye adwuma after conference ya to say enipa ni bi kasa as usual ebi edie ne ye ugly noise aje say dede hunu a emfaso ni so ebi raise some genuine issues in ketinkiti bi a seba but the party should know say NPP so a human institution they cannot be perfect they cannot get it 100% so edu ba bi a enketinkiti bi ono mo a ye jemu a eyeye but ebi so no find no very difficult and they are doing everything possible still na jumede fefefa akoso no empanifo mbegu ehun efi na eno ena no pay mesre party empanifo ene the general secretary ne acting national chairman ene party empanifo especially the national disciplinary committee say baby a party no ejina no party no ejina baby a eho etro na party no agenda say obe eye reforms na wa rebuild the party no endra fiti efiada ebesi endra kwesiada the spirit of the new patriotic party no assign aba emewie ekura eguso eba enti yesre party mpanifo se efi sabre koidie esese party mpanifo edi omunan esifam yakoto abawie bosumi ensoni kasa bia obia peso ka bia no waka ejaadwo bia obia peso twa bia no watwa esu bia obia peso su bia no wasu blame game bia obia peso ye bia no waye esese a new dawn no eba na party no etimi hyase na ebetimi aba hwa the oraba omia ekasa about discipline and unity general secretary ekasa about discipline and unity a leader of parliament NPP of parliament Honorable Alexander Fenyumakin ekasa about discipline and unity chairman Bute obi okasa bia almost everybody ekasa about the need to unite and the need to be disciplined as a party. So we are calling on the party say yeah before there in most cases no you see a year juma under strict supervision because many pakwan say ono afa na dwenedwene no nya juma ontimi nye enti a party ni make sure say sa discipline no mo ka no na omo call for no discipline no any baby obi ade bawo a party no instill the discipline na I am there say omo amend some portion of the constitution I can say now anytime bia obi bedin semhuru bia you be refer to disciplinary committee no you suspending nipa no enti you be suspend to say disciplinary committee ebe kan asem e de awie ansana so okọ na okodi bi mu a you reinstate udi fon so a na asotwe bi awu bia no party ni the amount that is the only way a party no ebetime jana nan so se party na amfa discipline anya adwuma party no amfa discipline anya adwuma ebe ha adwene ebi ahase conference ye conference fa party ye ebi say almost Q conference no in favor of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. And you see, after conference, me see Dr. Yawase Adutrum. The interview be on the Joy News here. And I think, sir, he was making sense. Reporter ni bisane say, and ya course you wouldn't say, ye skew at the end to favor Mahmoud Bawumia. And I say, I kwan ben so also ye man the kwan ma okokasa ahead of munyina na orevu even crofo. No say look, Bibia ba with advantages and disadvantages. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia the vice president of the republic under NDC NPP ticket mo. Osan so ye NPP party no 2024 presidential candidate. Moko grounds wono mo hu say ye the banners asisi ho NPP mpanifo nyina ewo so but hu say Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia na info nim adenti no bia nka say eye unfair say ye de obi to say edubu ahe ye de obi to say Jekufo ye de obi to say Aliu Mahama ye de obi to say Nana Akufo-Addo omo nyina info ni asisi ho na Bawumia de enim because ye hu say enfumuso bi ewo ho. And man to say, Obia from the Bawumia camp complaining say, I didn't know what conference. Now you the NPP penny for the part nanim running mates, any presidential candidate. You the omunina for necessary na Bawumia di nim. It was there. Nobody come, none of the Bawumia team members and Bawumia nemu complaining say part no discriminating against him. Because he is also the vice president, Aliu Mahama. He is also the presidential candidate Akufo-Addo Sekofo Sedubuahen. It's the presidential candidate for ni si wodia. Na sanka Mahmoud Bawumia so di wum. Ba jayifi mu. Again, onya kwanya ko kasai because o mampani Akufo ni ho. Mampani Akufo-Addo ni ho. Enti Dr. Bawumia and the certain vice president NPP tradition mu a. Adinti na se makwa Bawumia kasa. Bawumia ankasa in his capacity as a presidential candidate and as an aspirant. Namu okasaye in his capacity as the former vice president of the Republic of Ghana and the New Patriotic Party. Dr. Yawase Adutrum asamene say say Bawumia former vice president di and nti ne program ni wiye no security for amo na shaka mu a wode ne ekoi. Ono so disadvantage no me so de and na manya akwanya me nam ha me chiacha delegate na me nya wonsusu media for me ni omonsusu edi nkomo no sa bere ya me ni media for me ni modi nkomo na me chiacha delegate Dr. Bawumia wo hefa ye na shaka mu ko it ono so the disadvantage no it is say oti ase sa de a I don't think say we is say a problem bia media abria party no e share conference na se a na omu introduce enipa mpanifo a abano ye bo Dr. Brent Champo din ye bo Dr. Yawase Adutrum din ye bo Honorable Kennedy Japan din ye bo Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia din and sabre no the decision was made by the delegate and it was clear said delegate no ama indication baby on person moko it is a memeno second kofo a anka me misi kamen ko say no. Because at party no actual direction say and na yeko and there no other person than Mahmoud Bawumia. Obi ohwe conference ni bibia ehuye. Obi ana wo grounds obi a ehuye. Ene nkrofo di nkomo yete ye. Yete se nkrofo bi kwan kra opani ba akofa so ba grounds wo no ebufu e share party for delegate ho no na nya asem ketua. Enti no party no should be able to discipline whoever be misbehaving no matter the company pani friba say Bawumia nipa party ntwena so say eye Kennedy nipa party ntwena so say eye Brian nipa party ntwena so say eye Adutrum nipa party ntwena so mate say eye papa ayi apreku so obesan aba say eye apreku nipa party no ntwena so na da bia dan botwe ka say we build a stronger party no matter the presidential candidate basis bia no obetumi adim konim na mom say would the weak party echo So what the limping horse, so what the lame horse, lame duck party kwa. Na what the presidential candidate no AC soa, okofa Muhammad, okofa Jesus Christ, and okofa Satan Krabi Jina soa, and ku go there ubedi. Tini say say ubenya a friend is saying an army of a friend is saying an army of lion. Ojayom commander meboa sana mokano and also benya an army of inwaya lion yom commander. There is a saying like that. TSR party no se party ni focus should be rebuilding a stronger party. An indication was given at the last conference. Na party ni kambum Iran seminu na fe ye de muchi munyina de abrem. Da sebre
ade we ya ye ayakama but enipa bonifo bi ebenya ho asemaka ena no permit say crofobiti BBC ho can say ai bra ye board Dr. Bomiadi no woni ye bogi so no wo munya delegates na stadium ho fanipa be 10,000 stadium no ye ma enti woni ano maka na wo mo bogi so no wo munya delegates we say o time ti yes o time enipa jimi kan yes o do ne manipa jimi no time so manipa jimi pa nti na mehwe woni anom to mo radio station can say when you ambaji ba mi aso no nya delegates nti ma nya obi enwanwa ma obi etimi nya ndena mo say o time ma ojimi pa na woni yakọ ho no woni yakọ say the aspirants o mo penyin obi akọ nti ade no mo de o mo ho nyina ma anya o mo so woni nya delegates o mo ya party ma bia sa delegate na delegates no mo ko hia ye ewo memno da no e no mo nka ho. But a do presidential primaries now. One year cost stadium in Omakan. And this out to station that's a wide uniswa. Now we can't be arguing whom you know me and sir. One more delegates, one tuaba, and the presidential candidates. And this somebody was stadium ho. Said Dr. Bomian on Peno. Now your yard could now read you so cast over your delegates. I won't even hear walker. NPP a tradition. In this case, no. BBI say I could not turn us NPP. Echo you candidate here. That be a clear NPP enya still for position between candidates that be about you know clear NPP for per NPP for so moko this time around
that's what the woman say koka machi the woman say NPP na enipo mu hwe nim so be conference no ye be 5,500 omo na mu ye delegate akasa ansa na no mu hwe nim say inipa no kakra so ebeba abeka ho na because ye den driver obi ni driver obi ni say so omo wo accreditation for observers and omo so ebeboaboa special guest ye call grounds wo no unya delegate wuntimi ra stadium
yes
wuntimi ra ho because if the main entrance ofi Opongro na wo ko University of Ghana and some other branch crack will be a stadium no
wo police for no ma kwan
police for and sana Ura stadium ankasa no and so police for wa omo check in fact the broadcast from the field now even ye kita accreditation no omo access to the field no omo wo jacket bi omo dem omo yen share no bi no ura ma na police for no prevent so bitina baby na okeka me say bi kan say na bi de ayirma omo de accreditation e mo omo nya delegate e mo omo ko ho look University of Ghana Sports Stadium, I think for 14,000. Any player coach stadium and a half egu.
Yeah.
And a half
because this next you say nego.
And the others are nego. Ubon say na space. Do you know the reason why? The reason is say COVID and near see a wo hunti. And 24 years some be choose sa big space no. Say na be nipa ne nko bomb so.
Yeah.
Ya mo Dr. Kobo enma ba so. Say omuma microphone nose mask e say. That's it. Ye ni obi e chi ade na meka say said ya na ayefe na nkrofo ebo abaso nti baby a sasabonsam yankopɔ bɔ na pesi no yɛsɛ bonsam yɛ den ɔtoto kobi ɛwɔ hɔ nti Asante yɛni kan yɛfa constitutional amendment committee no na yɛmfa ɔmo kyerɛ atiefo na yɛmmɔ ɔmo abaso because ɔmo kɔ yɛ na nkɔ yi a anka no pay ba na yegu omo so ende yegu omo so den nti omo akoye nso na yeyi nso a esese ye bom aba so na enipa hu na hu adwuma a omo so akoye nti no obehu se omo nyina omo chairman ene lawyer Frank Davis no na ye NPP Constitutional and Legal Affairs Committee chairman and honorable Patricia Piaji deputy minority leader ono so na oka ho of one side dey be MP Kojo Oponkroma ono so no di ma akotin papa and deputy general secretary no Dr. Antoinette Tibuda akono so eka ho and voter regional chairman Makafui Makafui Wanya ono so eka ho and obi say da national badapa former deputy attorney general ono so eka ho former Ablikuma Central MP Ebenezer Nati ono so eka ho na Dr. Ekuya Moa Dr. Ekuya Moa so eka ho ti we nom any the constitutional amendment committee omo koje proposal 303 no utimi swane so ema ne beka 56 ema delegate AJ 54 tumu na 2 die omo reject ye so ebedu babia ne omo reject ye ne ya omo timi eye no Ashanti afa planning committee for last Saturday program course no so no yefa eno so ento so na uwie a wo de hwe the composition of the planning committee no na obi cancel hunu kire wa hu se obedi adi ana se wonyi eni na da se kedu ba bi ana otan emani pagimi so honorable Joseph Osewusu former MP Bekwai former deputy first deputy speaker of parliament ono na o chair sa committee no Nana Boache Nana B enso ye vice chairman secretary to the committee Haruna Mohammed deputy general secretary Dr. Charles Jamina Dr. China enso so member Richard Ahiagba communication director member Greater Accra regional chairman Divine Agom Jerry Ahmed enso so deputy minority whip ono so ka ho youth organizer enso so Salam Mustafa and honorable Abino Seyasare for current chairman of the Public Accounts Committee and former finance Minister of State or Finance Ministry honorable Kwaku Siama former Minister of Transport and Hajia Safia Mohammed the current deputy women's organizer and Dr. Bernard Okoboy former health minister and chairman for the health subcommittee on also account so composition of the planning committee no eni wo hwe eni pa ewumu a dan no bi adwetimi ye ne se sempanifo yi a omokro mo hu yi look mehwemu a minimum wo ba omi afa ani omo mu ni ba omi afa minimum nyina from the list but it will not be fair say I'll point them out enti nobody can say omakoye bibi to favor ba omi a unfair on the part of onipa bi obeysa allegation no against the planning committee enti da se bre planning committee no eni omayade pa koka mamemra ho Ashanti me da sunti obetimi arani ye through won so ni akọ ne ahu ye na fe yin take off
media na me ni omo na ye adwuma from Monday omo hyase fix normal and making sure say bibia ye Saturday about 5 o'clock na security for no baby yes obi agina no obi agina there Rebecca cho baby at the park enye ho no so park you but because when was our time no any meboa udu apudi na police ni ka cho also here broadcaster obema obaby a park you outside obo ntumi ma unrem urem a ubeko through but invites no ye wo special guests na say na there kind baby a special guest no unko baby a delegate no and a baby a delegate no delegates no to me ba enti VVIP lounge no I want a special guest MPs all dignitaries no and a delegates no e wo the main stand enti meti say ya hihye adwuma ma obi a mebu sa say enti oni pa ko no ba abontina no campaign time na yesi on campaign no so ya hihye ma no oni pa ko na time mpanifo okasa na watu ne ma ne squad agumu a omo ye campaign outside ho no me I feel say Kodua deserves an applaud because I heard them pa senior finances issue by senior community no Joe Wise honorable Joe Wise ni team subcommittees senior obi a share ya the subcommittee eduma eso ye I mean share time Frank Davis echo through the motions send your managing ye send your cry one ya clear a clean you. I think say the spirit of the new patriotic party is coming.
It's back
and ibejina ushen kofu ane wo gate nano any traffic created from the main entrance entrance to enter the stadium na any economic marketer kofu nya yese omudi je ton no ma no I feel say NPP edru be say edru oma ya de say edru pempenso a the discipline of the party needs to uplift itself baby edru say no wo be so be kase tia party na obebu party na numuntia ese enu ye journalist na ba ho no omo kasa mu eni se na omo ni nkrofo di nkomo no said na obe create environment and an environment no better so na a very tense environment inti mpanifo na ehwe ya bibia course no ye da obi bia ase the room das.
All right, so no any co-council observation that day inti ebewura insemunum kakra there is a propaganda out there NDC for no ye say party no call your no mura fi NSC akumi nti obi akra mo NSC akumi din wo ho nti no o ma sha se security Kevin Taylor no mo ne banahenom ne ade so we have all the videos and pay me pato yen hwe abre a Mahmoud Bawumia
before so my question back I say newspaper say ba ne nyina nipa mienu na capture o mo
okay
Dr. Bawumia and Brian
why well I know dear. This is the test now. You be so woman. But now microphone so temponkon so.
Enso I'm a for woman.
Ni ane ponko ni be a donkey.
Be a donkey. Ana fruit ponko so. Oh, I see.
That's a dey who in that
me who outside.
No outside. Satan be share only God is.
Ban no abontin. Na aden Bible say I'm a mehwa de akosua mo aben etro baby eto ni Facebook akosua na mehwa se o say horses and chariots are prepared for battle but victory comes from the Lord.
Yes.
No, the trust so say still the battle is the Lord. It's a man for prepare horses for battle.
But the victory
you nyakopon the man.
Horses destroy everything.
Destroy everything. So Ashanti quickly no you hear Abrea Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia oba ya any said the ana party for a budget so wo honomo ne yiri we Abrea na wakase in fact anaka I say me capture Abrea na ye bone din ye bubu ye din no na it was interesting na na mo o ka say nkabom ni hia nti ese party ni nyina timi unite na party ni nyina akọ and it was a clear message.
Me will say baby adabu jira bo te noise no o say no bo ye TV no mo hwe sei but o mo te noise say na mo twa mo mo akasa mo hu TV no so because on say ya can say it was stage it was say baby ankofo no won sa ankofo wo be da control mo
what do you mean
how do you control them
what do you mean
even police for no cry na ebi mo kato speed and no dey by inside or be join and I feel say what the people have said should be respected. Me ma obi shishe aduma ma obi.
Oh, MPP for ni me di omo pe o. And you can't take it away from them. When you be go wa no me say omo kan eno a answer delegates no na me ti ase but omo ye delegates omo to aba.
No, you see wo ka say yes mo obi en campaign e wo ho na we excuse da. Wo ba na wote ayiso na wo and look Abrea
and they were saying we want change.
Look, the only point in time na kabasa ye eya ba stadium ho eya Abrea ye rakene Japan ba ya na owram na enkrofo a enye delegate na
accreditation
na omo push se by force on person owram no e ho na di pinche microphone twitwa video de beto abonte say chaos aba
so ye mo police for na gina gate na no
yes
any security na ba so pa
enye sa scene ni pa aka bi confusion bi ama ata se ntino so wo hwe said the microphone ye no a eya na ha bi ba ye ni kan na ye nyi propaganda yi enfiri ho ye hu say DC for ka say ya okumi NPP for some pewasem ena die o ma to ajaja mu your core conference obia modi look any pampani for me you di kan a divine agom or a greater Accra regional chairman
the host
or a host all ma kwaba no o kan say obia sorry na omunfa sima ba ko enkai enesi akumi owie no chairman buti acting national chairman no ono so see yesim and just propaganda na nam krum no obi a hwa komma ne timpo ye ni kan enfamfiri ho ye kohemra.
Before I conclude, I wish to express on behalf of my region our deepest condolences to the family of our late brother Honorable Ernest Kumi, a patriot whose life exemplified the values we gather here to uphold. May he rest in perfect peace. To the people of Akwetia, we stand with you in this difficult time.
I sit down. Please, let us observe a minute silence for our departed brother, Honorable Kumi. So let us rise up. Everybody should stand up. May his soul rest in perfect peace.
Enti abusuya say NDC
Miniano
ebe catch you say NPP for refi NSC akumi. Enti ade NPP delegate conference. Oman kan na ko kan pacho omo kan na no man kan no.
omo kai no
Omo kan na no man kan no.
omo kai no pa
Enti no uhu bibia also na we see mi nua ba ko e fe no Owusu Banahene. Who's a watchon den also Banahene, a member of the NDC national communication team. Banahene no permit chow. It's video nini. I don't know what you say after watching this video. Into no
but waiting concern them.
Waiting concern them.
Waiting concern them.
The concern you man say. O ma try so menya bibia enye akafa conference
na campaign
eno manya bianka
atonsuo
enti ene yanko tutu fam ne nkopa bibi mra Professor Miss no ya sitting president ene ofiri mu so no ana ewu ye o se mo anso na mkum no ene de eye yankopon nenim ne asomdua park mo ya ne dan itu kwaku anyi do ene na nado dan kwaku fuado John Mahama batna konya so for 4 years ebedi na de afane nsanka o mane dane se bola eye wifo atenaye mo de mo mufi asam ba mo nka
me nwanwa you say autopsy musi say
amfo obi a
mampani a wo die ne ku no besi na mo nka na mo be kan obi de
na obi de na mo be na mo kete kan wi enti ya ni muga se na ato wo mo na mo bompa ya se bi enema be yanwonran nanka abanu kra be kwa akoto no January 31st no and 31 nanka ya maso
me so munya nanka conference mo
nanka ni nyina asai and I say bi ada di
so afa yenra conference nim General Secretary Kodua kasai wo conference na se na yekokotie Justin Kodua ewia ye the Honorable Alexander Fenyumakin and so be trust Dr. Baumia and so the aba na fi ya bobo nsem no so na yetimi adwam yenko Kodua mra.
As National Council took several decisions, I report to conference that the National Council, after several deliberations, several engagements, several consultations, have come and given that directive that on January 31st, 2026, the party shall hold its presidential primaries. And we know it is something that is fully supported by conference. It is for good reasons that as a party, as we prepare for the 2028 elections, we need to quickly do away with all our internal elections so that we will have enough time to unite as a party and prosecute the agenda of winning the elections in 2028.
All right, so we are General Secretary for the party or council conference take a decision and said decision by Juma because as a party we all internal election no way to me akọ afa yehwe Honorable Alexander Fenyumakin oka a lot of things. In fact, okasa and okasa responded to all the sectors and the performance of the NDC so far. Nina is important. Ye ni brano pay. Baby a ye focus and nano pay no. Ye the message to NPP for say we ye NPP near. Kai hunu say ye funny ye touch ba kwa ya touch NPP for now. And again, no individual in NPP and on kwa betimi aye. Say a ye obi NPP ni bia said they say and so back on board. Obi nya ne ho say me na betimi aye me ni hwanu ma power ni timi ma any say and sa futu ni ya futu obi a me dey say party ni tia ebeboa yenko hemra.
We've made mistakes, but we are not a broken party. We are only a battle-tested party. We must not allow current challenges to blur our vision or break our ranks. Yes, we have differences. Yes, we've made mistakes, but we must never forget we are what we stand for and where we are going. Let this be a reminder. No matter how talented a leader is, they are nothing without a united, disciplined, and visionary party behind them. That symbiosis, leader and party rising together, it's what we must seek to achieve. No individual can make it alone. Everyone needs the party. Since the NDC government assumed office in January, we've witnessed a very disturbing development. Intimidation of our party members and a dangerous trend of persecution of our leaders and supporters. These attacks are not random. They are strategic attempts to weaken us, but they will fail. They will fail because our response will be unity. Our motto moving forward from today should be touch one, touch all. When one of us is touched, all of us must rise. We are one family, and the strength of our family is its loyalty in crisis. If we choose unity over ego, purpose over personal ambition, no force can ever stop us in 2028. When we are united, no external force can divide us. But when we are divided, even our strength can be used against us.
All right, so we the minority leader, Honorable Alexander Afenyo Markin, and all say, se party no ekabumwa, party no ahwodin no yesronko. Ti se party no suya so beka bum. Na fe party ni kai se obi ani ho a nko abetimi aye. Party ni nyina eni betimi aye. Then Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia eso ekasai, ono so kan sen bebre. I'll take only 2 of them. Na yetimi edi ho enkomo. So Dr. Bawumia ka ekasa about discipline and anti-party behaviors. Indiscipline na what party nim and ho very important. Indiscipline and anti-party behaviors. Owie no okasa about tribalism. Any religious bigotry ni nyema ekoso. I think se party ni tia ebeboa. So yenfa sa 2 voices no na yenfa ento aso na fe yenko yenimini ehwedi wo mu.
Ladies and gentlemen, an army that wants to win a battle must exercise discipline within its ranks. Too often, when we are yet to choose leaders, indiscipline, unacceptable language, and unpardonable behavior become the order of the day. In the end, when internal competitions are over, the attacks we would have launched on ourselves become fodder and ammunition which our opponents use to attack us. We experienced it in the 2024 campaign, and we should not let it happen again a second time. This is why I call on all Kukrudites to stop internal attacks now. Let's stop the internal attacks now. Let us rather focus on the attempt by the NDC to undermine our democracy and rule of law in trying to remove the Chief Justice. Let us focus on their clear intention to go after the Electoral Commissioner subsequently. It is clear, therefore, that the bonds of unity in diversity has been our lifeblood and our foundation. Now more than ever, we must refresh them and desist from any language, character, or actions that divide us. With unity and consistency, we can regain the trust of Ghanaians. If we are fractured and at each other's throats, none of us can cross over and lead us to fulfill this party's purpose. Let me say that tribalism and religious bigotry, from whichever quarters it emanates, pose an existential threat and should have no place in the new patriotic party. We must also be consistent in pursuance of our effort to address not just the challenges within, but more importantly, the challenges that be.
All right, so that's any coca. We Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Baumia. So much team kase ba so ni bi mama me pick mo views quickly na fe yenko eni.
Yes, so no pa wo kan dwedwamu no. Nipa mo kase nyina mo nsem na gina nyema mienu so. Discipline, unity, discipline, unity. Ewia se de ya ne se panimu wo fie na paninu nya discipline ade ya hadwene pa no enti se paninu nya discipline wo fie a ankwada ni nyina asai because paninu a akwada no ya bibi obetia no ono no wati free e na oye de ope enti akwada no ya ontumi entia no Mikai for President Mahama the first time na NDC for bia ya de ope because ono ankasa na oche ono bribe no wo gibi enti se na ponti si gibi a obede watimi aka enti abeye the order of the day 2012 to 2016 bia gibi left right center se party no minimum say after this conference yo makwa yo constitutional amendment ni whatever yo makoya ye ni nyira wie no afei omede mira no be yadwuma na de esese etwena so ya twena so enipa no office party no wanimu a party ni begu a mama no nkote ne party because ye wa ha party no history o sani ye be crucial election in 2016 yes ya twen chairman national chairman aso ya twen general secretary aso ya twen jama third vice sesen atso party no ko election ko wini and this will be free sir one na what dom wo party no nti ase the open way in party no a monpam no man free party no nko tini party no party no ya hwese begu ya anya ni sa na ya no party we abebre because say obi ye bone no ntimi anse kire na nka no obi ye bi na oyi adwen so obeka eno na kofa oyi ni ba no if say party no sebe ona aba fenyo makin kan no obi nso nsin obi yenya ya party ma ena ye boa ma party no yeye kan say wo boa oni sika boa obi nso ade ne wede ye boa te say de yi abafie mpanifo bi yi sika na bi twi nkonwa na bi bompata na bi bo canopy obi ya ne de e kabom ne yeye e de like say wakọ adwuma mu obi ye manager wo ho obi ye accountant obi ye cleaner amadwuma adwuma no so yentimi nye enti ye nyina obi a contribution hia ti se obi ahwe na adwen se woni de me discover party me ye senti de meka na se stand here e mfa ntwetwe party me de me twa ni mu ni se from now on no party no betumi di ni na yasi ho na obi a obaya niema identity mu ba party ni mu ti se ne course 2024 no o metumi ahwe no maka because ntimi ensa ntena ho bio na ye nsa enko continue opposition because like who can no say NPP lose 2028 it means say on bet no opposition for 12 years and say nyame ya adom beba o maba because say new candidate NDC will be winning on now say on sanko bet now so be say winning the next term and you say party man ni bere na omoma emra ya adwuma
koga mami tiwe
madam penifo na kasa ni nyina kasa na eba ni nyina for one direction and Osha team na ye build ye 2C you know that was the focal point afenyo represent parliament echeche normal akoso ni baby ejina ni senia esi ye dekro ye say ye kan ba ko a ni akan ye nyina say asem tu we bi a no bi MPM na no medanase okay president former vice president ne kasa so a o che so epanyi o kasa wanye campaign one projecting hu o kasa ma party no e kasa share party ni nkran e ma the base a grassroots for no hu say baby edru no yemfa obuo yenya basabasa kasa yenya ye ni ye bi na yemfa kro ye enanti no kire butai si NDC ni susu ene ade on pese o mu de ye friend say EC boss ye utie kodua ka say difficult times mu ne ewo yi na baby a yabbo modin abedru no obesere say party mra any party in shishe any de mpanifo beka any efanye uwo bibi kan hu party fo na kire omo sa bonten kasa ni taki mpanifo edi mpanifo ateno esu atwa baby a yedru no emra no ebe ye adwuma a me feel say eyenkranhefo ma yenum a ye wo form ho no yenum a ye di party neti ni akoma ba ye bumra edi mra so no the room that's it.
Okay, and about discipline. In fact, I was so happy Abraham handed over this document to me, Danoa, because I was one of the host I hosted for the main party broadcasting. So, motion 2, I'll say, amend Article 37 of the Constitution to give powers, and I give power to recommend suspension of a member or an office holder pending disciplinary action against him to the appropriate disciplinary committee rather than the executive committee. Or say, the amendment is necessary to ensure justified suspension of party executive into brackets elected or appointed by executive committee only upon recommendation by the disciplinary committee pending the disciplinary proceedings against such officer. It is the disciplinary committee that shall recommend the suspension having regard to its preliminary findings. So we know that's it. Yeah. Now you refer to the disciplinary committee here. Disciplinary committee eje kwadua edetia wo no hwepe otimi recommend say you suspend me ya suspend prima fase ni pa na say suspend one na ya we ansana
eye nice
enti no omunya ye pe na prima fase ni ba pa mo fe mo hu ya pa na ya suspend one na ya suspend. So I think say very very important. It is a motion 3 no manage ho pa and na ofa baby say motion 25 now say you say yes say I want say test con rep and a two about now
the selection na for be or
test con president
no anonti no e ba ye nim di okọ na nko ento kwa school
na nko ento kwa e o baby ya. So the other aspect na wo ka no ade ba ko a abana nsen e hankrofo bebre e ye say party ko e bibi na obi masika
na ye dia beto
na edabontin eti party no ko ebibi na no yese party headquarters intimi ntu adwuma e foka na edabontin ablekuma no na edabontin conference na edabontin bana sebre efi baby
ananka
baby efre ni se enipa atuom ho asi ho ediom botom sika edi aboa party ne okokuom edi millions of cedis obinte na obi kra hono ma oboa party na on person bi mpo bet say ono na yi sika se di aboa party no but it got to a point enipa bi wo party mu per se e man yet to say omunkuwa na party no ombo party no ka enti se enyo omo a NPP doesn't exist enyo omo a NPP ni ho enti me na me talkers and I mean I'm here say and I'm here say and a party uka so professor na fe e basa na nipa nyina dwan omo say nipa ba akopɛ and the fund party enti sa na tie de a and the free and ekono se me nso mi tokuru aba ema party na ensen crofort se me kotonsuo e de ma party na ensen crofort me to force bail ba ko e de ma party na ensen crofort but the party cannot continue like that enti ensen penifo e call san crofort to order look now no conference ekoi Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia nko afande about 80% of the conference
80%
about 80% yeah person this specific amount but Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia sika dodo no a go conference no dey free na so here ba won say wan fa ma o unto say binum sha here oh we am 3 million oh we am say then one hwe ye pa then the camp of Mahmoud Bawumia will also be forced to put out there say a conference in say in the buy party headquarters and here say adwuma for akami obi come 1 million hey ya maska say Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia di kan kwa 3 million nada entino when nyina aka indiscipline na ye ka ho asem no ho asem say party mpanifo etimi ehwe na omuma discipline eba party nim said ye be ya enkoye say ene obi wo wa operating t-shirt mi no a or the abontin then the party will have no secret to that
bibia se be da abontin
obi so to me say obi abetimi atena kira calculate say okay so election amukoi mo de 2 million Ghana cedis na eko mo de 3 million na eko because donation ni nyina wa abontin the party cannot continue like that nti ese party no emma discipline ye den ye adwuma I'm also told godon so aka say na sia okumikura Dr. Bawumia kasa no ono so kan ni eto no ono so kan ho asemti we shouldn't follow the NDC propaganda near there. One other aspect of the unit said as now nipa beto aba NPP mu no asesa
from
ba me hu say enkrofo bebre ntiase now after conference no nipa beto aba in the parliament presidential election no a movie from 220,000 to 280,000
60,000 plus
so 60,000 more aba be kan sa so na parliamentary no so no e be kosoro they depend on whichever parliamentary constituency owo eti me hu say daily graphic for aye eyi kama e de aye but omu je bi wo mu e na bi su ye kakra nti Asante patro fato so na ye mo anya education hu say NPP expanded electoral college for the 2026 primaries no why and beto aba na why so na entimi ento aba na fi wi a na ye hwem again and the other structures and so aba be kan party no structure no ho enti no ye hwem so red and blue kama pa e wi a na fi ya hwe say why and the betimi so then they ni ho a aba be kan ho na yetimi ahwe so that's where on the 26th of January
31st of January 2026
we know to see I say NPP unity so we can so all members of the National Council ebetuaba all members of the National Executive Committee almost betuaba all members of the Regional Executive Committee ebetuaba all members of the Constituency Executive Committee betuaba all electoral area coordinators so when you existing coordinators no but later coordinate electoral area coordinating committee okay so all members of the polling station executive committee almost beto aba January all members of the National Council of Elders beto aba all national patrons of the party beto aba all past directors, national directors who are members, and you know, and all members of parliament, all past national officers, and all founding members who are signatories to the registration document of the party at the Electoral Commission. One TESCON rep, so now enye one Tescon rep beam na mum Tescon president
yeah
Tescon president and I say all card bearing ministers and deputy ministers and so beto aba and all MMDCs and also be card bearing members of MMDCs that's where graphic for eja all past MPs so almost yes, so beto aba and that's where yeah almost say all past MPs all past card bearing members of parliament you know and they say obi say gift clean not a NPP member of parliament
yeah
lower west achim
yeah
and now adjoining NDC and one fancy ho say all former card bearing members of parliament
no ba so beto
so omo ye no former members of parliament still omo card bearing members of the party all former MCs are omgusu card bearing members
yeah
all former deputy ministers and ministers omugusu den card bearing members omu nyina betimi abetwaba
all former parliamentary aspirants nso kan ho
da bi omo do mo kan
man former kan ho
da bi omo do mo
say na meti bibisa
da bi omo de no enya mai na nkrofo push back this conference no entimi an capture wo enti no I think say ebia echiri no no ho asem ebeba ba me kwa na me say anka enfa aspirant no nyina kan ho na ka list no enye kese mu na list no enye kese
ehunu obia
na obia ntimi fasika ana bibia influence obia so sa na etie na me hwe se anka mehu the new composition of the party structure na yetimi e de akere enkrofo na enkrofo so ehu enti that's we ye omo ebeto
aba nyame adma January 31 2020
omo wia ansana constitutional amendment no ebe take effect in the next NPP primaries no na fe yenya electoral area committee na enu achi no na wanya polling station executives almost so be 7 instead of 5 na omunyini so aba be kan enu be ma numbers na eden akosoro more as in e hu sisi an nti minimum what you have to say about
I'm fire there o my idea me the ma ya me general announcement ne say party delegates no so timi reject motions no bi
yes
it means say anya rubber stamp say yeah no mko ye the woman say emwa wo mo no omo anya ntum ba ko ni say be ye polling station be ye executives and say regional executive committee e wo tumi bi odi ye we di o mo say dabi muncham original ho ne nye ya de o fem ha na enye ni pepe omo ya de
o say to da bi so ada se be ni ti ananka media sa amendment no me fo aso ne say obi ye constituency chairman obi ye constituency secretary a polling station for the electoral area coordinators for the better so
yes
e ho na mpepi no e di influence no eba na omo sesa omonkro for the yeden egu album ni mu a ebi kro mu ntimi nya adwuma no so sa ofa obi a oye neutral from region na neutral yi obi so nko supervisor a onipa no betimi supervisor me nya a neutral album no more to be akoto aba but because say constituency for no so any more so say me so person mu nyi almost so mu nyi ntum
almost mu power kakra na that of communication there no ya
no all levels e be elected apart from a deputy so na be by appointment
media say no kwa kwa no mkoye ho adwuma no mji tuma kamali because I had you say your director of communication na woni budget when if she no answer na musa na ye board say football enti da bia na nsɛmtwerɛfo ate agunu so na director of communication nyahwe ono so party no man kwan so onyahwe because obi na appointing no enti the obi no pe no na oye eye pa this time the director of communication ya ono so betumi ene ne
nya no wa anya adwuma no bia adwuma na won anya anya obi na ama kwam wa anya adwuma and the other one na mo botugu ye youth age say almost say youth age no omo mpene me yent so mfiri 40 and fama 35 but me de na kan me fo aso because so hwe mu a and that's be youth no Gen Z for ne ade o ma so odin that's ne mo bi o mo komu no amoye no o ko fa branch na ho ba hwe obi be ka so be ko no wanya 37
No,
38.
Why man o fi asem gu so kra o fi ababunum.
There's money here ya ne se watu kwan. Ekwa amonone. No akohia the real youth. Na senior grey hair wumu yi. Na oti omuntem.
Now so
we youth organizer of Ghana.
Senior omo kasa no tumu se. But then I feel say as a party no e won no ma bi a ese ehwe ma the real youth ebeba because party participation no from 30-35 up work yen start department ni bi wo ho a I feel sen kakra yen man kola ni mem won say yama communication yes yekoyi beneath communication I propose say and a suggestion say yenya a media department won say I'm sorry e wo media department
communication department I'm from communication department
but under the communication but media any brands and what you see niemfa nkola we any events niema omo nhye ho and a party no so encourage constituency level youth debates na emwa na yempia nkola ni bi so that through the debate process no I mean 275 constituencies see ya yebehu emebunu a omo ya ade a yebetu omo de aka communication party structures na they will grow because eya na Edding when you omo free test corner eya na Edding said you benya the real
me ntia still young crofo adwen say emebu entimi nye nema ne bi because see Abria Dennis Miracles Aboaje obeye MC for Kwapem North na over 32 years George Oparado the current NDC a youth organizer minister Abria obeye MC for Kwapem North I'm so 26 years or so 28 years entin minim ntia still young crofo adwen say ye makwan a emebu ntimi nye they can do it they can do it look so current structure of the NPP you know in so far polling station are now Ubenya polling station chairman, Ubenya polling station secretary, organizer, youth organizer, women organizer, electoral affairs officer, and a communication officer. Ewo polling station, so not IS7. So new ones are beka honom. Electoral affairs officer, and a communication officer. Oba electoral area so now 5 for more creating name. Electoral area chairman and a chairperson, secretary, organizer, communication officer. Any electoral affairs officer. No about constituency. So constituency ni there ewo old one chairman, first vice, second vice secretary, assistant secretary, treasurer, organizer, women organizer, youth organizer, Nasara organizer, and then communication officer. Now appointees so aba. But national are adapted a new year. So now there's a PWD coordinator. Now Yachem Ibenya research officer and then electoral officer. Nafi, there's now a department for security and so our national secretariat and also so Ebabe Council. Sana party no NBC aye and a very very important say party no Ibenya a security department. Na wahwe so amani nyina so etimi akoyi so constitutional amendment no minim the high point for you.
I think it's a communication no for me a communication no any elections on the levels because senior omde abani say you know incompetent people be call for elections ni yenya omo a ebeboa party structure no and ebeboa in terms of communication from the grassroots because some baby a problem wo pa a grassroots no how to communicate to them and usha senior ye biemu reviews no me feel say sa disciplinary aspect na ye dia bemu no eye ade a me fuaso papa me fuaso papa 2 senior ye di security structures so abani sa amendment no ebeboa ebema say ye bibia ye be bibia as a party no ye security focused enti there me make say reviews no any normal na course no the high moment one disciplinary actions no any say ya consider security as a main tool ewo ye no manum.
Okay, so obi say enani eji say obisa say what's the fate of the constituency elders, any patrons in the election of but omu nyina abeto now omu nyina abeto aba patrons name council of elders ni ade no omu nyina they will vote nti don't worry at all, they will all vote.
Aba wasmin kan just o chiabo oni chairman Mugabe omi so mo ehwe now say no dey we smart pa o dressing no
okay
I feel you
okay me
na koka abawa so chiawai abawa radio UK asmin kan just o chiawo
njene so
so chiawo abawa your friend koka
enye kako okay
obono poka
okay so me da nana he so
pasisa bawani pasisa kokadi
ka say enye no wa say discipline ho no hia me because as an equipping person nana so g so me da say the equia winim say equipping for there ye nyi no wuntimi kram pa boy 2 3 o pa boy 2 3
and na so for be apa boys
o benya problem o fie na waka say o koye o ti hu person and all that so ye damo asset any other messages are mode eba Audu Mahama ebisa Audu Mahama question there na meyi ano e dia ma wono nti eno ano nti monya na quickly no yenko godon ye man only 2 minutes per on find your observation
2 minutes
na yenhwe godon mate
ye na menua
boko there
nyame adom boko na mo so
nyame adom yenso ye hu ye nti Saturday Thursday, Friday, Saturday, na many one nam. So quickly, no, even though only hano, observation 2 minutes, and now third time.
Me that's me penokwa. Adeba ko pa best make straight away. Stage manage, most city we manage stage na on say na who say nipa air cross so or more koba. It no who screen so na utimi say this a discipline party. Okuso obeka ya be 4 different places ayakobi aya complain de bad say stage no mo stage bi eni pa guso obi eni so kwata kwatena so obi be kasa de be twene nim na be fase we say kan ho asema enu achi de otu say bibia say ni ho enti o mo plan program ni de kwaku ye mo mabaso so o my yade efe a party no a discipline party mo ni ebi beside that no wo hwe Moses o mo di o mo raise nyina o mo di tu no wo de ne nyina ye ya o person mo expand and expansion and inclusion into a yes of margin minatum of course be the man but will be able to see a pen baby a focus is a becopa communication directors now officers now almost on my electoral mono what they say any general but we dey my main catch NPP for say na ayade me who video be later now obi akose Dr. me t-shirt and also be an interview as maybe and not about me team at the map. Hey, I say yeah, and could do a stage just to create you said about me and call for and now Mubabu and Manaso, but largely median na effective. It ain't before we do piano. Congratulations to everybody. What could say
Samri why in this area no Audu Mahama I won't come on to the air who wait so all right so enche ebekona ye ne yempani fo no akwa